On behalf of Fed Insider and CARAHCAST, we would like to welcome you to our mini-series, Headlines in Cybersecurity, which aims to translate the year's hot-button cybersecurity news stories into actionable steps state and local governments can take to protect themselves from attacks and recover when disaster strikes. Today's podcast, brought to you by CyCognito, is focused around the modernization of legacy security systems. Journalist John Breeden will moderate, as Kevin Walsh, Director of IT and Cybersecurity at the U.S. Government Accountability Office, and Stephen Cates, Senior Director of Solutions Architecture at CyCognito, discuss barriers to updating legacy systems, the challenges to improving security for them, the possible role of the Federal Technology Modernization Fund in making changes, and how integration of new technologies can provide more resilience.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm John Breeden, and I will be moderating what I know will be an interesting and lively discussion about modernizing legacy systems in government. Today, we're going to be talking about legacy systems in government. How do you define them? How do you evaluate them? And how do you know when it's time to replace and modernize them? So it's both a critical and a highly technical topic, but have no fear because we have two of the leading experts in this field to help break down everything for us. So let's meet them and then we can get started. I wanted to extend a warm welcome to Kevin Walsh. He is the Director of Information Technology and the Cybersecurity Team at the Government Accountability Office. Kevin, I know you have been studying legacy systems in government for a long time, and it's an honor to have you on the show to talk with us today about this topic and some of the GAO's findings in this area.
Thank you. Good to be here today.
And I'm also pleased to welcome Stephen Cates, the Senior Director of Solutions Architecture with CyCognito. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us today about this critically important topic, Stephen.
Thank you. Happy to be here. Excited for the conversation.
Great. So thank you again both for being here. I do want to dive into this topic because it is so critical in government. But you two both have such impressive backgrounds. I thought maybe we should let you introduce yourselves to the audience a little bit so that people can get to know you before you start dispensing your very sage wisdom. So Kevin, let's start with you on this. Can you tell us a little bit about your background in government and how long have you been the director of the IT and cybersecurity team at the GAO?
Sure. First, thank you for the kind words and the invite today. I have been a director on GAO's Information Technology and Cybersecurity team for just a little bit over a year, so still learning the ropes, but have been in this area of work since, well, as the slide says, June 2006. I grew up in the GAO doing work on OMB IT Dashboard, which eventually morphed into heavy work on FITARA and close coordination with the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, as well as the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committees. I really like talking about the legacy system stuff as well. It's been a great and fascinating topic, and it is especially critical and important in this day and age, as demonstrated by recent events. So looking forward to talking about it today.
Great. Thank you so much, Kevin. And Stephen, CyCognito has gotten a really great reputation for examining networks and helping agencies and other organizations plug their security holes before the hackers can get to them. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you became the Senior Director for Solutions Architecture at such an impressive company?
Yeah, absolutely. So most recently, before CyCognito, I've spent close to a decade working in the attack surface management space, even before it really had a name, helping to develop and define what that meant for organizations and how they actually go about implementing programs to protect their attack surface. Prior to that, I've spent a number of years in various consulting roles at large resellers and spent some time working for the FDIC and doing investigations with FDIC, FBI during the financial crisis back about 15 years ago.